We live by a dangerous ancient logic that for order to exist, something must be annihilated. It is the zero-sum calculus of the mob, the zealot, and the state. The belief that purity is only achieved through an absolute obliterating fire. This is the fundamental dilemma captured not in the fire and brimstone of the biblical tale, but in the chilling, silent aftermath painted by John Martin in 1852. In the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Martin does not show us the moment of divine fury. He shows us the morning after. And in that choice, he indicts not just the sins of the cities, but the very nature of judgment itself. Martin constructs his landscape as an engine of psychological terror. The scale is not majestic, it is claustrophobic. The viewer is placed low, in the mud, alongside the lone, tiny figure of Lot's wife, now a pillar of salt. She is a white, brittle ghost at the painting's heart, a frozen scream. Before her, the world does not simply end. It is methodically, geometrically unmade. The cities are not ruins, but a meticulously arranged hellscape of blackened archipelagos floating on a sea of blood-red bitumen. The lighting is not natural, but a ghastly, theatrical gloam. A sickly, sulphurous yellow bleeds from a fissure in the clouds, not illuminating, but staining the scene. It is the light of autopsy, of revelation without hope. This is spectacle as social control. The message is not, see what God can do, but see what remains when you are judged. The vast, receding perspective, a hallmark of Martin's, does not lead to a horizon, but to a void. The world itself has been cancelled. The painting is a cage for the eyes, forcing you to comprehend total finality. It is the aesthetic of the absolute verdict, where architecture and earth alike are sentenced to eternal, picturesque damnation. This micro-mirror does not reflect an ancient wrath, but a modern one. We no longer believe in lakes of fire, but we engineer our own silent, total annihilations. We see it in the cold, bureaucratic language of cancellation, where a life is not debated, but dismantled, rendered a social pillar of salt. We see it in the scrolling, infinite panorama of online outrage, a digital plain of Jordan where cities of reputation are sunk in a tide of pixels. We see it in the environmental devastation rendered from satellite view, abstract, geometric, and horrifically beautiful in its completeness. Martin's painting is the blueprint for the distant, clean violence of the modern age, where destruction is something we survey, not something we feel, until we are the tiny figure turning to salt on the shore. The philosophical anchor for this vision is found in the words of the 20th-century philosopher Hannah Arendt, who famously wrote of the banality of evil. Martin presciently paints its monumentality. Arendt warned of evil enacted by thoughtless bureaucrats. Martin depicts the world that such logic, if deified, would create. A world rendered administratively perfect in its desolation. It is the ultimate end of ideological purity, where the messy, sinful human city is not reformed but erased, leaving only a stark moralist's artwork as its memorial. The vengeance is complete, and in its completion, utterly sterile. The message to carry from this Gothic silence is not one of fear, but of profound suspicion. Beware the aesthetics of absolute judgment. Beware the clean lines of final solutions, the compelling spectacle of others' ruin. For in Martin's vision, the true horror is not the fire from heaven, but the perfect, silent order it leaves behind. A world where the only witness is salt, and the only prayer left is the shape of a woman turned forever away. The painting teaches us that the greatest tyranny may not be chaos, but a landscape where every shadow is a verdict, and every horizon a dead end. If you found this experience insightful, please help these ideas reach others by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. Your support is what allows for deeper dives into art, philosophy, and the shadows they cast on our world. If you'd like to carry a fragment of this somber reflection with you, explore the exclusive, thought-provoking designs in our merch collection. The link is waiting for you in the description below. I hope to find you again. And thank you sincerely for listening.